Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're one of my incredible subscribers, thank you. Wow, your cards want to jump today. Please note these are general messages, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. Just take what does and leave the rest. Please note as well that this situation could have already happened for you in the past. You could be going through it now, or it could be happening in the future. So please keep an open mind when you listen to these readings, okay? And no matter what comes out, there's no judgment. This is just Spirit's messages for you. And never give your power to anybody. You can take it or leave it. So what do we got? Taurus. Just coming into the energy. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Now. Okay. Something to do with boundaries or a change and something that needs to heal. Okay. So perhaps you've been in a situation where you feel like you've been fighting for a long time, but it looks as though there's divinely guided change here, and you've got the star, which is going to heal this energy, hope, renewal, okay? So there's something new here that's going to happen. Things are going to change, and this is divinely guided. You're going to be in a stream, if you will, of good luck. What's the situation? You've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so maybe you were feeling restricted, like I was saying with that Nine of Swords. Maybe for a long time you felt stuck. You didn't know how to get out of the situation that you were in. It wasn't making you happy. You may have ruminated over it. Your communication may have been difficult. You may not have seen all of the parts of the situation completely, but I feel like you're freeing yourself now from the restrictions of the thoughts that kept you stuck in a situation. And what do we have? Crossing the, Knight of Swords. So this is somebody who is rushing in. They're very bold. Communication. There was a challenge in terms of communication, perhaps how you communicated with somebody or how they communicated with you. There could have been an argument and harsh words were said. The foundation of this reading is the Nine of Pentacles, and I think that maybe it threatened your security in some way, shape, or form. Maybe even it was just clashing of ideas. Maybe at one point you were very stuck and rigid, and this isn't a bad thing, but it is something, that Tauruses do, and I would know. I have a Taurus moon. We get stuck and rigid in our belief systems, and that can cause conflict because we're not open to other people or their suggestions. And maybe someone came along that challenged you, and I think it was a good challenge though, and it was something that needed to happen, and that's why the divine came in and brought it in. I think it's going to bring hope and renewal for a different way of being and seeing things, right? Because sometimes we can get so stuck in the mud that we just don't want to hear anything, and we think we know everything, but we actually don't. And maybe there was a really great learning opportunity here because you have two major arcanas, and I feel like there was some kind of mystery unraveled. There we go. So in the past, I feel like, yes, there was a lot of injustice, or you perceived that there was a lot of injustice, okay? There could have been deceit or lies, and maybe you didn't know how to deal with it, but I feel like you felt as though things were not fair, and maybe that's why you always had your guard up. So the focus position is staying stuck. So that would make sense as to releasing that stuck energy. The Two of Wands in reverse speaks to not being willing to get out of the situation that you're in, not wanting, like fearful, if you will, to make a change, fearful to try something different, thinking that this world that they're holding in their hand is the be all and end all, but it's actually not. There's so many more different ways and experiences, and not every experience can be handled the same way as the first one, right? So it's an opportunity for growth, I feel like. In the future here, you've got the Queen of Cups. So you've got somebody, whether they were hurt in this or whether you're feeling hurt, we'll see once we clarify, but somebody is not going to be happy. Somebody's going to be hurt here. Their feelings are going to be hurt. Or somebody's not going to be listening to their intuition. Your energy, Queen of Swords. Ooh, Taurus. I'm not trying to be judgy, but the Queen of Swords in reverse is somebody who's being very nasty with their words. Somebody who's being very cutting, not truthful. And it's okay. Maybe you felt like you had to have a go at somebody, and maybe you got caught up in the moment, especially with this challenge card, which is that quick energy, that not thinking before acting, right? Just bang, just goes in there, says what they have to say, because swords are about communication, and doesn't think about the consequences. Possibly that's the situation that maybe you found yourself in, and you may have lashed out and said some things that aren't nice. I got your back. I get it. And I think you hurt somebody, though, along the way here, because Spirit is saying you're showing up as somebody who wasn't exactly truthful. And here's that Justice card. So maybe you were doing that because you felt pressured, or because, you know, you had been wounded so many times. Maybe you just broke finally and you took it out on somebody. But this Queen of Swords is somebody who's not nice at all. They're in that space of just wanting to give a really mean tongue lashing. This is somebody who's cruel, vindictive. Yeah, and the energy around you. Here we go. You've got somebody who's trying to be strategic or sneaky, for that matter, which, there we go, may have been the reason why you lashed out. But I'm not getting a bad sneaky. I don't know yet. We're going to go further. Maybe I feel like they were tiptoeing around you, is what I feel like. And that would make sense if you were freaking out. It's okay. We all get like that. The advice is to find your inner confidence again, to find your joy again, to find your happiness, to show up and to harness this passion that you have. Possibly even, I think it's just about confidence, though. It's about getting back to your happy place, the fun-loving side of yourself. But we will further along. And then what will happen, possible outcome, will be, I think, a reconciliation, like coming together, a victorious, like celebrating, a happy home life, stable home life, stability, good things, right? So let's get a clarity for this situation so that we can understand a little further as to what's going on. What is the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Chariot? So yeah, moving on from being restricted in thoughts and not being able to see the whole picture. Finding the willpower to move forward. And even if things are a little cloudy at the moment, I feel like you do want to move forward out of this situation. But be careful again with willpower, all right? Because willpower can be used for negative purposes as well. So try to tame these horses and move forward, but in a victorious way, in a way that's good for everyone involved, right? And then what was this Knight of Swords? So I really feel like an argument ensued here, and maybe it was an argument about direction. Yeah, so somebody wasn't being fair in their dealings. They weren't giving and taking appropriately, okay? So it's like, I feel like, I feel like it was a bit of a power struggle here, to be honest. Someone knew that they had the power and maybe they just took it a little too far. What is this Nine of Pentacles, please? Judgment. Yeah. The Foundation is now looking back, getting to a point here of looking back on how this situation unfolded and what could have been different. Perhaps there was a level of arrogance, okay? And that could have just, or ego, that could have taken play here because somebody may have been judging another too harshly. What is this Justice in reverse, please, Spirit, for Taurus? Justice in reverse. But I love that Wheel of Fortune. This is just a lesson, right? This is one of life's lessons. The Hanged Man in reverse. So yeah, somebody wasn't willing to see things in a different perspective. They thought their perspective was their only perspective. So again, not budging, not giving to the situation, fighting in their corner before actually even giving opportunity and just standing firm in their judgment here. Okay? And maybe somebody felt like they had to defend themselves against this. Maybe both did, for that matter. What is this Two of Wands in reverse? Just seems like something got really heated here. But I love that they're going to be healing. Excellent. There is clarity. The sun has come out. Hence, the blindfold has fallen off. There is clarity in the fact of, I think the truth is being seen now, that someone was being too rigid in their ways. And too critical, possibly too harsh with their words, and that a new way of thinking needs to happen. And this is a life lesson to bring healing to possibly a past that has consistently been an ongoing cycle that has needed to change, right? So perhaps it was just a way of being that went on too long, and now it's time to change and grow from it and handle things differently, right? What is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Two of Swords. Okay, yeah. So whoever this person is could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You may have hurt them with your words to a point where they emotionally shut off and block you. I hate to say that, but that's the Two of Swords. I think they're going to be on the fence, but there you go. At least they're blocking their emotions and they're not going to, blow up on you or anything. But I think that may be a little bit sad because I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling like you want a healing here, right? One sec. So I feel like because this person is an emotional type, they've been really upset and their emotions got really stirred up in this. So I think that they're going to block communication and such just until they're able to calm down, right? And it may take a while to rebuild this connection, but it is going to get rebuilt. Things are going to heal, okay? What is this Queen of Swords energy in reverse? Queen of Swords, what did you do, Taurus? Oh, my Tauruses, what did you do? Yeah, Magician. You may have abused your power. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but it's showing up in your position. Now keep in mind, energies can go vice versa, okay? So it's possible that it went the other way, but this is somebody who had their power, but again, there may have been that stuck in the mud. I know what I'm talking about, and lashed out in a harsh way and maybe abused their like they were in a position of power and they abused that, okay? And that's all right. Sometimes power goes to our head. It is what it is. But that's why Spirit comes in and we get the opportunity to get clarity, and that helps us grow. Trust me, we all go through it. What is the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit? What is the Seven of Swords? Yeah, see, I feel like this person was tiptoeing around you and now they're leaving the situation. More water energy. The Eight of Cups. They are leaving the situation. And I think that the reason why is because they felt really hurt by whatever was said here and whatever was done. So they're going to quietly leave. Like I said, they've blocked their emotions. They're not going to freak out. They're not going to communicate any further. I feel that they're just going to walk away right now. And I don't think they're doing it because they hate you or they're angry or they're holding a grudge. I think that they're doing it because they need to heal. And I think in a sense they might just be respecting the fact that you need this time maybe to deal with the judgment, right? Like, you're going through big changes here, Taurus. And I think that this connection just may have run its course. And maybe this person was brought into your life to help you see that not everyone is the same, and you don't have to have your sword drawn, because not every hurtful experience means you're going to go through it again. Okay, so sometimes we lash out at the wrong people. So what is this Queen of Wands? Or again, like I said, if the energy is switched, then cross-watcher, we don't have to. There you go. It's clarified again by the Queen of Wands. Just getting that confidence over this controlling behavior. Getting self-confidence because maybe the ego took a hit. And so this is about becoming confident within the self instead of by ego, because the Emperor in reverse, sadly, is somebody who can be a bully, can be a tyrant, can be very stern and strict and abuse power. Okay? And I think that what Spirit is saying is it's time to harness that power, but in a creative way, in a way that can be dealt from a place of confidence, not of ego, right? So that dealings, and this is going to help bring some confidence back. What is this Four of Wands? Yeah, I think this is going to be a great learning opportunity. This was a good situation to bring stability back and growth, definite growth. And also to be able to let down the wounds and to realize that, you know, boundaries can be set in place, but they don't have to be, how do I put this? It doesn't have to be enforced with such rigidity and such force and brutality and, you know, just stern iron fist. And, you know, it's like, you can stand firm in your confidence and in your beliefs, and you can do it in a way with healthy boundaries to maintain connections instead of losing them because of forcefulness, if that makes sense. So I don't know who that's resonating for out there, but actually, being a Taurus moon, I'm going to take on some of this too. Maybe I get like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some self-reflection myself here with this Judgment card. What is the advice here, please, Spirit? Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. Oh my gosh, there you go. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. I think that's exactly what this is saying, right? It is learning to not want to control others by being abrasive or mean or trying to scare them or intimidate them or be forceful, because nobody can ever truly win over others by making them scared, especially by being, you know, forceful and pushy and issuing tongue lashings or insults. Okay, like that may stop a person, or that may have them, you know, cower to you briefly, but honestly, what's going to happen is they're going to find their confidence as well, and they're going to see that actually that's very hurtful and it's not fair, and they're going to leave. So surrender to what is, and then be compassionate, right? And then it'll be able to work itself out through honest and fair communication. So I think all in all, it's a great reading here, especially for those that like to work on self-growth. What do we got here? Spirit, for a postcard for Taurus. Postcard for Taurus. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. See? letting things be. Surrender to what is. Let spirit here. Don't try to be overly controlling or forceful. Okay. And then it says, think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. So it says, you felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender, the hanged man surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. Isn't that perfect? It makes perfect sense for this reading. So I hope that it helped somebody out there. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with a puppy here, and she's a little tyrant herself. Maybe this reading was about her. All right. Have a great rest of your night, and I hope that this helps somebody, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye, Taurus.